Josh Culibao and Ricardo Ramos in the featherweight division. Of course, Ricardo has been submitted in his last 2 fights by guillotine, but he's got good wrestling. I mean, maybe the jiu-jitsu's not looking good recently. He's getting submitted a lot, but in terms of his own offensive wrestling, if he's able to fend off the submission, he's very good at getting the takedowns, getting on top, and landing good ground and pound and things like that. He's just really got to stay away from the submissions. On the feet, he's a good counter puncher. He's good with the spinning stuff, as we know, a lot of spinning elbows and back fists and things like that we've seen throughout the years from Ricardo Ramos. He's not very, very active. Recently he has been, but before that it was like a year break and things like that. But he's been a little bit more active recently. They're both coming off 2-fight losing streaks, so it is possible, I guess you could say, that the loser could be cut from the UFC after this fight. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I do think the loser is going to be Ricardo Ramos. The fights that Culibao has been losing recently, Lerone freaking Murphy in a striking affair, and then Danny Silva was able to barely outstrike him in that fight in a very controversial split decision. His grappling did look good in the Melsik Baghdasaryan fight. His striking looked good in the Sungwoo Choi and Shayilan Nurdanbiak fight. I believe he's going to have better cardio than Ricardo Ramos here, better volume on the feet than Ricardo Ramos, better boxing as well. And if Ricardo's able to mix in those takedowns, he could probably steal this fight on the judges' scorecards. But if not, I think Culibao defends a lot of these takedowns, keeps it on the feet for the most part, and makes it a fun, possible fight of the night contender here. Josh Culibao, Ricardo Ramos, 3-round war in the striking, and I'm going to lean Josh Culibao to get the nod on the judges' scorecards.